Hey everybody, NW Order for Life here with Lord Marksman and Vanadis episode 9 review. Today we're going to try to play some catch up with all my videos, and hopefully I can get everything back on track because Thanksgiving really screwed me up. So with Lord Marksman episode 9, we see a flashback of Elen and Ludmilla fighting in a garden in the past, and as they're about to get into it with using their powers and everything, a the new the new maiden comes in, and her name is Sasha, and she's got these like twin dragon daggers or whatever, and we just basically see that she pretty much just uh, you know is really good at martial arts or fighting or whatever. That's all. They don't really show any powers or anything, and she kind of like disarms them, and she tells them be good and make up, and they shake hands and they make up or whatever, but they still can't stand each other. And then we get into the actual episode, and in the actual episode, um, Elen is seeing Sasha in bed. She's and she's sick in bed. She's the maiden that Elen left Tigre to go see because she was in trouble, and she's like caressing her daggers and calling them little ones. So she said like it would be great if they would forget about her, the daggers, but they can't. So because of that, she has enemies, and she has to trouble Elen. And Elen says no trouble at all. What's the problem? And there's this other battle maiden that I forgot her name now, and she is basically saying that Sasha, at one point when they were fighting pirates together, that she found out that her men, or her army, was actually helping the pirates get to her get to her kingdom or castle or fortress, whatever it is, her residence, like her country, her whatever. And Sasha couldn't confirm or deny. She looked into it, but whatever. Communications broke down, and because of that, this battle maiden, whose name is Elizaveta, so Eliza, I guess Elizaveta or Eliza, she decides to go to war with Sasha, even though Sasha is sick now. So I'm not sure if it was like a while before Sasha was sick that they were working together with the pirates thing, and now just suddenly she decided to attack her for the pirates thing, or if like Sasha was doing this not that long ago, and then all of a sudden she just got really sick. So I'm not really sure, but either way, Elen has to go fight Eliza on the battlefield to protect Sasha, and in the meantime, Tigre is strategizing with Ludmilla. Ludmilla is kind of like coming up with a strategy. She said it's going to be a similar strategy to what Tigre used to defeat those 2,000 or 3,000 people. I think it was the Muozinell, the other army or whatever, which I found out is Muozinell. So regardless, there's going to be a huge army of like 20,000 soldiers, I think they said, and she's like, we'll use a previous plan to what you used, and we'll take them down. And she kind of like negotiates that you'll pay me like when the war is over, and not to whatever, they negotiate. And there's this little girl that Tigre saved, I think an episode or two ago, and she wants a favor from him. We don't know what the favor is, so I know she's not a little girl. She's a girl, Yeah, maybe like the same type of girl like on Tita, like look kind of similar to that. I don't think she's little. I think she's just like a normal girl. But anyway, so Muozinell is shown for the first time, really like the main commander of the Muozinell forces, and this invading army that has nothing to do with Bruin, has nothing to do with Zekted, and they have these turbans on their heads, and Muozinell tries to send or the commander tries to send a messenger to Tigre's forces, and the messenger basically comes back with the message that, we're not like you people who are invading for no reason. We're actually, we have a righteous cause to, take care of injustice in our own kingdom or whatever towards that effect. And, the Zekted is, helping, is contracted to help us or whatever. That's their intention in the war. And so the commander guy kind of gets like they're being, dissed or challenged or whatever. And he's like, yeah, they're right. We don't really have a righteous cause for invading, but we can't back down now. So he pretty much gives the order to go forth. And then we're back into the battle with Elen and Eliza. And Eliza has this, like, her dragon weapon, whatever it is, has like a whip. It's like a whip with like, it's parted. So it's not a straight, like, full-on whip, but like a whip that has like several ends to it. And it makes lightning, electricity. And the battle is basically, Elen shooting wind energy at her and dodging, and her shooting lightning energy. She actually catches Elen pretty good in the beginning, but Elen recovers, and eventually at the end, a clash of wind, a clash of electric, and it's like a draw. And then Eliza tells Elen, you know what? Like, instead of fighting us still, because Eliza's kind of at a disadvantage now, because Elen kind of gets one good on her at the end. She's like, instead of that, Muozinell is ready to invade, and your friend Tigre or whatever has nobody to help him, and also Brune's army is getting ready to mobilize too. Like Duke Ganelin has sent out part of his army, so she's like, when we can keep fighting, and your precious Tigre could get killed or whatever, or we can sign another agreement between us that will, put us at peace for a while and ensure that I don't attack Sasha. And that's basically what happens. And Elen makes her promise makes her promise to apologize to Sasha as well. And they make that deal. And Elen leaves to go help Tigre with her army. And another thing I forgot to mention was when Sasha and Elen were talking. They were talking about Tigre, and she was like, "Oh, I want you to meet him," and whatever. And they were just talking about him. And Lim was there, at Sasha's bedside, and Sasha was telling Lim to protect Elen no matter what. Like, just showing, I guess, that Sasha is this really big sister type to, I guess, both Elen and Ludmilla. And yeah, so that's the episode. Alright, an episode. I didn't really wasn't too thrilled with it. I just not excited by these fight scenes with the wind and electric. It was cool in the beginning, but then like it's just the same thing over and over. There's absolutely like no diversity. There's just I shoot you with wind and I dodge, and then I shoot you with, and then I use my electric thing and you dodge or you get hit by it. But we do the same thing over and over again, back and forth for like 3 minutes, and it's stupid. Like they could really make those powers more diverse and interesting to look at. I mean, I thought they were going to when Elen, all those episodes back, used Gus to lift the horses and other things, but it seems like all she does is just throw wind balls now, or throw gusts of wind, and it's just kind of lame. So the fighting isn't disappointing me. The actual clashes between soldiers are like, they come really fast, like horseback clash and soldiers clash, and like we see flashes of it, and that's it. We don't actually see like real battle, only between the battle maidens, and the battle maidens' real battle is kind of boring. The only other time we have seen like real battles, and like when what was his name? The knight that used Dorando that died. He like would cut things clean. Ellen too. And Tigre. But like it's just not like a real battle kind of scene. Like it's just like, oh, they died from an arrow. Oh, they died from getting sliced in half. It's all very quick, and it's just kind of not too pleasing for me. Oh, also Tigre mentioned in this episode that he gets exhausted when he uses the arrow, the special power arrow. So he's kind of keeping it on the down low. And Lim is like, oh, okay, not Lim. Ludmilla is like, all right, whatever. That's unfortunate, but we'll just have to deal with that. So yeah, so overall, a decent episode. I give it like a 7 out of 10, and I think that the show is kind of disappointing me, sadly. But I will stay with it until the end because I started it and I'm going to finish it. And if anything else new happens that gets me excited, then I will let you know. So thanks for watching this episode review. Sorry it was so late. Thanksgiving week had me backed up, so catching up today. And again, thank you. Be sure to like the video if you liked it. Comment below on anything you'd like to about the episode or whatever. And subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Thank you. Have a nice day.